Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Crawford. I am the professor for your Education 604 class, The History of Education, and I want to welcome you guys to this summer B term. I thought it would be helpful to put a video image with the online interaction that we have going on. Hopefully that'll be helpful to you guys. And I want to go over just a few things as we get ready to head into this summer term together. Be sure that you thoroughly acquaint yourself with the website. You want to particularly look at the course content area, which you're going to go back to that over and over every week as you look at week 1, week 2, all the different modules. You would begin with looking at the About Your Course link, which is going to give you the syllabus, the course schedule. It's going to give a lot of other information just about how papers are to be written, formatted, that sort of thing. So make sure you have all that down very, very well. You got several resources that you need to have for the class. This is the primary textbook. It is by GUTEC. It is the History of Western Educational Experience. You also should have the book by Gabeline, The Pattern of God's Truth. You're going to do a review on that at the very end of the course. There are also 2 videos that you need to get your hands on, and they're due later on in the term, but you need to go ahead and right now make arrangements to get the Luther video and the Time Changer video. The Time Changer has been a little more difficult to find as time has gone on. I'll be posting some information later on about how to get those, but go ahead now if you have not got those videos and try to secure them. You also want to be sure that you have your copy of the APA guide with you handy at all times. This is very important, and I'll talk a little bit about that as we prepare to write papers. And there are a lot of papers to be written for this course. They're 4 pages in length, but for some of you that might be a lot. For some of you that might be very little. But we'll talk about papers here in just a minute. There are a lot of papers to write. And speaking of papers, I'm going to go ahead and post an announcement in week 1, some pretty detailed instructions about how to write your papers. Now listen, everybody has their own style. Make sure, you want to make sure your content's always strong. I'm real big on formatting, so I'm going to look at formatting very carefully. You're on the master's level now. Some of you might be on the doctoral level with this course. And following the APA guide and making sure that you have formatted according to APA is very, very, very important. So pay very close attention to the guidelines that I post. You want to make sure your papers are always at least 4 pages in length. You want to make sure that your font is styled correctly, that the size is correct. Make sure your margins are correct. Make sure you number your pages. Just all the details of formatting a paper are very important for this course. And what I'll do is each week as you submit papers, I will go through those and give you guys some pretty specific comments. I want you to be better writers, and I'm going to try to give you some pointers along the way to help you really tighten up your writing, and hopefully that will help you not only in this course but in other courses that you take. Let me talk about the discussion boards. You're going to have 4 discussion boards that you're going to partake in along the way. You got one this week right out of the gate, and the way this works is I'm going to want you to post initially by midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm going to want you to respond to other students by the end of the week. It's real important that you post by the middle of the week. It's not required, but how do you respond if nobody posts initially? So on the weeks that we have these discussion boards, I want you to post by the middle of the week your first initial post. That gives people time to read what you've had to say, think about it, and then respond accordingly. And that also gives you a lot of material to work with as you think about what you want to respond to on the discussion board. So be sure you engage in the discussion boards also. Let me talk about late papers. This first week I'm going to give you quite a bit of leeway because right out of the gate there's a lot of technological issues that some students have, and I realize it can be a little overwhelming. So work very hard to make your deadline. But I will be a little bit lenient this first week. Now beginning with week 2, I'm not going to be real lenient. We've got 8 weeks. We've got a lot to do. My experience has been that when students get behind in this course, it's very difficult to catch up. So I'm going to post a late policy that will be in effect beginning week 2. But the name of the game really is be on time, work early. A lot of students, and I know how this works, they wait till Saturday to really start working on those papers, and I really discourage that. It's hard to pull together a quality piece of work on Saturday when you're trying to get together and submit it by Sunday. So work on your papers through the week, and if you need to wake your weekend time where you kind of flesh it out, that's okay. But don't get behind and don't wait till the last minute on these things. One more word. Week 1 is a tough week. It really is. This course throws a lot at you week one, I don't want you to get discouraged, okay? Work hard. It really is a lot better and a lot easier in terms of workload after week one. You've got a discussion board. You've got an initial paper on Emma Lazarus that you're going to be producing for me. It's just 1 page long. And then you've got the 4-page comparative paper. In terms of your attention, be sure you put a lot of attention on that 4-page paper. Remember that the Emma Lazarus assignment is kind of a break you in kind of assignment, so it's just 1 page. Don't feel like you got to write a volume. And in terms of percentage of your work, put most of your work into that 4-page paper, okay? And then give me the 1-pager and then do the discussion board. Like I said, it can be a little overwhelming in week one. Don't let it be overwhelming. Just work through it. And then when week one's over and we get ready for week two, you'll feel a lot easier and a lot better about the course, and you'll be able to take a deep breath. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I'm available by email. And you can always email me with any questions you have. I have posted my cell number on the left column under faculty information. And if you feel like you need to call me, go ahead and do that. You can leave me a voicemail if I don't pick up, and I'll always get back with you. And I hope you have a great term. If like I said, anything along the way you need, let us know. There's a prayer board on the discussion board, so if you have prayer requests, you can post those. And any questions, a lot of times questions that you might have are best served by expressing them to the whole class, because chances are if you got the question, other people do too. So I can answer it once for everybody instead of having to answer a lot of individual questions over and over again. But whatever works best for you, I'm here to help you, and I want you to be successful in 604. So, are you ready to go? Launch in and start reading and start writing, and I look forward to interacting with you online. God bless.